Hey, Maximizers. Welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Krista Maximizer, and I am a content coach. And I help product-based business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales so they don't have to hire influencers or run paid ads on their platform. I've been coaching since 2019 and I started my business in 2018. I started off teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to meal plan, how to strategically shop and save money. And then in 2020, I accidentally became a business coach because my couponing clients were like, hey, Crystal, teach us how to start YouTube channels. Teach us how to make money. Teach us how to start businesses because there's a pandemic going on and our jobs are not secure. So I accidentally became a business coach. And then my business coach was like, hey, Crystal, you're my star student. How about you come coach my people? And I was like, me? Okay. And I absolutely fell in love with business coaching. So for 3 years, I did both. Forward facing, I was your coupon girl. I've been on the news a ridiculous amount of times. I was doing brand deals for all kinds of couponing brands, and I was just helping women save crap tons of money. But behind the scenes, I was doing one-on-one coaching, group coaching, hybrid coaching, helping people start businesses, start side hustles, and make more money. And then in 2023, I decided I don't want to do both anymore. I don't want to be known as the couponing girl anymore. I want to help women start their business. So I decided to make the pivot and become a business coach. I also started my brand new YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. So if you're not subscribed to that YouTube channel, go subscribe. It's Build a Business with KRYS because I wanted a place where I could build an audience of women who wanted to start and grow their businesses, right? But in 2024, after dealing with a lot of personal crap, in 2024, I felt like I did not have a clear direction on the type of business owners I wanted to help. I was like a business coach for anybody that would help anybody, that would help them from the beginning through the end of the process, which was fine. But I realized that that wasn't speaking to me in the way that I wanted to. I didn't feel like super focused or called to just help everybody with everything. And honestly, as a business, if you help everyone, you help no one. If you don't have some sort of focus, you'll be all over the place and you won't make sales. And with my personal life, I was like struggling to make sales because I did not have a clear indication of what I wanted to do. So I sat down and I had a come to Jesus talk with myself and I said, what do you do well? And what have you helped your clients with the most? The answer to that question was content. I have been a content machine. I've posted over 2,000 videos to YouTube. I've gone live over 1,000 times. Most of my client wins has something to do with content and sales, right? The thing that I was coaching my clients on every week, every month, it was always something around content. So I made over $400,000 from my content, from posting all those YouTube videos and TikToks and things between my brand deals and my affiliates and my coaching. I was able to make over $400,000. And I said, that's it. That's my niche. I'm a content coach. I'm a content coach for business owners, meaning I help business owners create content. Once I made that pivot and I stood firm in that, I started signing clients every single month because I was clear on who I was helping, how I was helping them, and what I was helping them with. And it just, it opened up the floodgates for me. So now, content coach, I know my lane. I know my strengths. Play to your strengths. I know what I help my clients with the most. Hey, Andrea, thank you so much for joining from Alabama. How are you doing tonight? Let me know how you're doing, Andrea. So I'm saying all that to say I'm a content coach. I am going to tell you tonight my story of how I started my YouTube channel randomly and got monetized in just 4 months. Well, 5 months technically. I started my YouTube channel randomly and I got my first YouTube paycheck, my first paycheck from the YouTube platform 5 months later. And this month of August, with everything that I have going on, it's my anniversary month. This month will make 7 years since I started Krista Maximizer. This month will make 6 years since I went full-time in my business. August is such a powerful month for me. August is such a great month for me. It's a month that I look forward to. And there's so much to celebrate. And I really, really, really want to share with you guys my story of how I started my YouTube channel and got monetized in just 5 months. I want to tell you this because I built Krista Maximizer brick by brick, week by week. I've only gone viral on YouTube one time viral on YouTube. And I have this video right now that has over 200,000 views. I've gone viral a couple times on TikTok. I have a sponsored video right now on TikTok that just hit 300,000 views. I have an organic video that got almost 500,000 views. But I'm saying all this to say, I am not someone who just started posting yesterday, last week, last month, and then one video got me famous, right? I built this brick by brick, but I think it's very important for you to know a little bit more about my backstory and how I got to where I am today. And I typically, and I'll still do this, on my anniversary, I tell the whole story of Krista Maximizer from beginning to where I am currently on my anniversary. So if you join me on August 19th, I will be doing probably like a 2-hour live where I literally just tell the entire story of Krista Maximizer. I'll probably have a margarita and I'll tell all the little intricate details and fun things, realizations, highs, lows, goods and bads of how I got to where I am today. But tonight, I specifically want to talk to you about how I started my YouTube channel randomly, no plan, no preparation, and how I was able to get monetized in 5 months. So before I start yapping about my story, I would love to know who's here. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from, and let me know what your business is. Let me know what you sell. What problem do you solve? So let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from, and let me know what's your business. I'm in Central Florida. I live in Lake County now. I moved, and my business is content coaching. And like I said, I help product-based business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales. I help you make sales on social media without saying bye. I help you put together a content strategy so that you're planning your content for 30 days at a time and you always have content to post and you are always racking in sales every single week. That is my business. That is what I do. That is how I help women. Okay. Freedom Formula with Sheree. Hey, is it Sheree? Thank you for joining. I used to watch your CVS couponing videos. I haven't posted a CVS specific video in a while, but I did do a CVS deal that I posted with my Publix haul. I still coupon. I just don't be posting it all the time. In Detroit. Thanks for joining from Detroit. I've never been to Detroit. I've been to Benton Harbor, and I've been to, what is the town that she lives in? I can't think of it. The town, right? St. Joe. I've been to St. Joe and I've been to Benton Harbor, but I've never been to Detroit. I'm all over the place. I still work a 9 to 5 and I spend a lot on digital products. What type of digital products? Okay. And it's okay. And I want you to start reframing I'm all over the place to I'm figuring out my focus, right? I'm figuring out my focus. But let me know what kind of digital products. And let me know if you have any questions, if you want any clarity or any help, okay? So we're going to start this story at the beginning. I started my YouTube channel randomly August 19th, 2018. I've known my whole entire life that I was going to have a business. I just didn't know what my business was going to be. I had started a recruiting business because my master's degree is in HR. I was a sales recruiter for a timeshare company, and I wanted a business so bad that I said, hey, I recruit during the day. I can recruit at night. I recruit salespeople during the day. I'll recruit nurses at night. And I started that business, and I just barely even, I don't even think I did. I think I just barely broke even. Okay. I realized I did not want to do recruiting long term. Yes.
Ayana had to go.
Okay. What's your question?
Ayana had to go, so I'll go to.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you. I knew I did not want to recruit long term. It was exhausting and it wasn't something that really lit me up. So I had this business for about 14 months. I learned a lot, but I closed that business down. So enter 2018, and my life had changed a lot in 2018. And I sat down and I took a week off of social media. I deleted Instagram and Facebook, and at that time I was using Snapchat still. Deleted them from my phone completely, okay? Sat down with the good Lord and I said, if money was no option, what would I do? He said, couponing. Backstory about couponing. I couponed my whole adult life. I couponed since I was 18 years old. I had a stockpile in my dorm room in college. I learned how to coupon trial by error, reading coupon policies and going into the store with a physical paper coupon policy at the Dollar General, at the Family Dollar, at the Dollar Tree, at the local grocery stores in Baltimore, okay? That's how I learned how to coupon, trial by fire. And I was like, no one's going to pay me to coupon. 3 years ago in 2015, I started selling coupon classes. I had like this rinky-dink little PowerPoint, and I sold about 5 coupon classes at $25. But I was dealing with postpartum depression. I was in not the right state of mind. But if I had kept going, I wonder what Krista Maximizer would look like if I had kept going from that moment. But everything happens for a reason. So I was definitely like, no one's going to pay me to teach them how to save money. A few more days go by. I haven't been on social media. I'm really wrecking my brain on like, what the heck am I going to do? The Lord says, coupon it. And I was like, no one's going to pay me for that. I need something that's going to make me money. Okay. So I was like, well, people post on YouTube and it's free for people to learn from YouTube, but YouTube pays their creators. And I said, okay. A random Sunday, it was August 19th, 2018. I will never, ever in my life forget this day. Me and Kinsley were about to go couponing. I had a work phone because as a recruiter, I was not having them people call my phone, so I had a work phone that I paid for, not the company. So I took my work phone and I said, I'm going to record us while we coupon, and I'm going to post these videos on YouTube. That way, all the people that keep asking me every time I post a couponing deal, how to coupon, they will see my exact process and I can talk them through what I did. And I told my sister, I said, I want to make money within a year. I said, I'm giving myself 1 year to post on YouTube. I don't know how any of this works. I know people make money from YouTube. I said, but I'm going to post for 1 year and hopefully I make money by the 1 year mark. She says, master resale rights and affiliate courses. Okay. Is that something that you want to do long term if you're still here, Sheree? Is that something that you want to do long term? Or do you want to start a different business? Let me know in the comments, okay? I said 1 year is what I'm going to give myself. I didn't know jack shit about YouTube. I didn't know anything about recording videos. I didn't know anything about editing videos. I didn't know anything about a thumbnail. I didn't know anything about a title, a description box, nothing. I took my iPhone 6. It was so bad, I recorded vertically. And you know, there was no YouTube Shorts in 2018. I didn't even know I needed to record horizontally, okay? I went in, we went to CVS, we went to Walgreens, and we went to Publix. Those videos are god awful. You can still watch those videos. They're still on. I didn't take them down. Those videos are still on Krista Maximizer right now. Okay, if you go to oldest, you can see them. 7-year-old videos. Okay, awful, god awful videos. But I said, people want to know how to coupon. I'ma just record myself. I didn't even edit those videos because I didn't know anything about editing. Okay. I took the video clip, I uploaded it to YouTube with just the date that I went couponing. It was like CVS, August 19th. No thumbnail, no nothing. Okay. I didn't have a plan. All I knew was that I wanted some sort of business. I wanted to get paid. And couponing was something I had 10 years of experience with that I could teach people easily. And hopefully, if it was a course, if it was a class, if it was an ebook, eventually I could sell something. At the moment when I first started the YouTube channel, I wasn't even thinking about selling anything. I was truly thinking like, I'm going to post on YouTube and YouTube's going to pay me. Like it's going to be free for the people, but YouTube is going to pay me. If this makes sense, type yes in the comments. If this makes sense on TikTok and Instagram, please go ahead and tap the screen. The likes really help me in the algorithm. So if this makes sense, tap the screen on TikTok and Instagram. If this makes sense on YouTube and Facebook, let me know by dropping yes in the comments, okay? I did not know what I was doing, but I did it. What happened blew my mind. This was the fastest growth I've ever experienced in my business. The first year and a half on YouTube was the most growth, the fastest I ever grew since then. I've never grown as fast since this first year and a half. And this really changed my life. I started my YouTube channel August 19th, 2018. I posted 3 videos that week. We'll say we posted 3 videos that week. You know what? We don't even have to guess. You know why? Because I'm going to go to my YouTube channel right now and I'm going to look specifically, okay? So let's go to content. Let's go to filter, title, views. I need by date. Oh, I can do it this way. Okay. So that first week, I posted 3 videos. I posted Publix, I posted CVS, and I posted Walgreens vertically. Hot mess. Okay. To this day, 2 of those videos have 200 views. And the CVS video has 131 views. Crazy. Okay. So I posted 3 videos the first week. I posted 1, 2, 3, 4 videos the second week. Every week that I posted on YouTube, yes, I also still like to budget and I'm learning real estate. Yes and yes. Okay. All right. Cool. Budgeting personally, or do you mean you like to budget to teach others? I'm asking you these questions in the frame of reference of like business-wise, what arena do you want to pursue? Like, do you want to keep selling that master resale rights and affiliate courses? Or do you want to pivot your focus, if that makes sense? Okay. Every week that I posted on YouTube, I learned. So what I did was I would do research. I would look at other videos on YouTube to see what am I missing, and then I would look up what I was missing on YouTube to learn what to do. If that makes sense, type yes in the comments. If that makes sense on TikTok or Instagram, go ahead and tap the screen, okay? So I saw that people had titles. I switched my titles. And then it wasn't until maybe a month or so in that I finally realized I needed to turn my camera. So by September 15th, my videos were horizontal. I figured that part out, right? Why am I telling you all this? There's lessons at the end of this story, I promise. I'm going to tell you all the lessons at the end, but let me get through the story. So I was posting 3 to 5 videos a week right off the bat. Because that first week I posted 3 videos. And after that, I didn't post anything less than that, okay? I started my YouTube channel in August. In order to make money from YouTube, I quickly learned you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, which is like 200,000 minutes in 1 year. Not a calendar year, but in 12 months, you need the 1,000 subscribers, but most importantly, it's that 4,000 hours of watch time, okay? I was like, whew, this is going to take me the whole year and might not even get it in the first year, right? I had 1,000 subscribers by October. I hit 4,000 hours of watch time by November. I was approved for monetization in December. My videos got ads December 15th through 30th. So the way you get paid on YouTube, everything I earned in December, I got paid in January. I got my first YouTube check January of 2019. It was $342. And in that moment, I said, oh, they have effed up. They have messed up. If you are telling me, at this point, my brain couldn't even see thousands. I can make hundreds of dollars on the internet making videos for something I was already going to do, something that I liked to do, something that I enjoyed, something that I had been doing for 10 years, and I'm teaching people, I always thought I would be a teacher. Now, I was a teacher of students for 6 months in my life, but I'm a teacher of adults. I'm really good with helping people learn. I'm really good with teaching. I didn't think I would be teaching in this respect. But the fact that I can teach people on the internet and y'all gonna pay me hundreds of dollars, I was like, oh, these people have screwed up. They should not have never, ever paid me online. From that moment when I got that first check, it was January 21st. I will never forget it. I was like, I gotta quit this job. After that moment, I went through hell at my 9 to 5. And I was doing all of this with a 9 to 5. Okay. Now I want to share with you my lessons that I learned from starting a YouTube channel and being monetized in 5 months. These are my lessons 7 years later, things that I want to share with you to encourage you on your journey, no matter where you are. Okay. The first thing that I learned from this journey, okay, you got to do it scared. You got to do it when you don't know what you're doing. You got to do it when you don't see how it's all going to work out. You got to do it with blind faith that it's going to work out the way that it's supposed to. 7 years later, I'm surprised at the place that I'm in. Because Crystal 7 years ago, if you told her where she was today, she probably would have laughed in your face. Okay. You have to do it scared. Start your business scared. Grow your business scared. Do all the things even if you're scared. You cannot let your fear hold you back. I was never scared of my perception on the internet. I was more scared that like people wouldn't watch me. I was more scared that like maybe I won't make money for this. I was scared that I was going to invest all of this time and energy and I wasn't going to see any sort of return on the investment. Make sense? Like that's what I was scared of. I wasn't scared of people looking at me talk. I've never been, scared of public speaking. Like I will get up and talk in front of a crowd of people. That doesn't bother me. Okay. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about YouTube. It took me a month to turn my camera horizontally. Okay. I want you to understand that when you are in business, there are going to be a lot of things you don't know. There's going to be a lot of things that are scary, a lot of things that are going to make you uncomfortable. You have to do it scared. Okay. Even when you don't know what you're doing. My next lesson I learn as you go. Okay. So when I didn't know something, I got on the Google machine. I Googled it. I watched a YouTube video about it. I watched somebody's live about it. And I figured out what the heck to do. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't pretty. But done is better than perfect. And I learned along the way. I didn't let my disknowledge, unknowledge about YouTube hold me back from starting. Imagine if I never would have started, I would still be a recruiter. I'd definitely be making over 6 figures by now, but I would have been miserable in my life. Going to work every single day. For me, the time freedom is by far the best thing about being full-time in my business. Seriously. And not having nobody tell me what to do. Okay. I want to teach women how to budget, save, and earn money online. Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot. But it's definitely possible. You can absolutely do that. I would break it up. The budget and save go together. The make money online separately. Definitely do them. I would just break it up. Because it's a lot. And this is what I struggled with. The saving money and the making money. I'm going to go on a tangent and answer Sheree's question. When you're thinking about building an audience on social media, people say, don't have a niche. I agree with that on one hand. But when your goal is to sell a product or service specifically, you need an audience of people who want to buy what you are selling. The way that I market to my couponing audience is not the way that I market to my business audience. Does that make sense? Although people from my couponing audience were my business clients, when you're building, you want to have some sort of focus area. So if you do saving money, budgeting, money management, those all things go together. Couponing, meal planning, all of that stuff goes together. Now, earning money online, starting a business, making money, that's another bucket. You can't have one platform and throw all the things in one. You gotta pick one area to focus and go in on, which is one of my next lessons I learned. Consistency wins every time. I was consistent in one area. I was posting 3 to 5 times a week. I was posting couponing, budgeting, money saving content. So when people came to my page, they knew what they were going to get. Now, if you build a personal brand and people love Sheree first, then you can pull a Tabitha Brown and you can sell spices and you can sell pots and you can write a book and you can sell head wraps. But that's on the backs of you building a personal brand. Like the brand is Sheree, and then people will buy because they like Sheree. Versus if your goal is to teach women how to save money, how to budget, how to coupon, then you want to make sure that's the type of content that you are creating. You have to create the content to attract your ideal client. I was consistently doing that. I did it for 4 freaking years, like just couponing content. I didn't start making business content until 2022, 2023, when I started to feel that unrest in myself. But for 3 hardcore years, I was posting every single day, every single week, all couponing, money saving, budgeting. Does that make sense? Okay. You got to be consistent. You have to be consistent. Consistency is not optional when you are growing a business. When you are starting off, you have to be more consistent in the beginning. I slack off a little bit now, but I can't because I pivoted. Once I made my pivot, I can't afford to slack off too much. A little bit, but not much. But you got to go hard in the beginning for people to know who I am, who know who you are. Then, right, you can change things up. You have to be consistent. Consistency wins every single time. I built Kristen Maximizer 1 week, 1 video at a time. Okay. The next lesson I learned, be yourself authentically and unapologetically every single day in your business and in your content. There is no room for you to be anyone else. There's no room for you to copy and see anyone else. You have to be yourself. You set the trends. I interrupted, I disrupted, and I changed the coupon industry on social media, on YouTube. Okay. My hand was in there big. I set trends. They weren't answering questions. They weren't going live for 2 and 3 hours and answering questions. I started doing that. They weren't selling massive coupon classes. They weren't doing workshops and boot camps. And I started that. Okay. I came in, showed people something different, and helped to change an industry. Okay. Be yourself and set some trends. Don't you go over there looking at what everybody else and their grandmother is doing and you try to copy it. No, what do you want to do? Okay. Some inspiration, okay. But like, what do you want to do? I pull my inspiration from other industries. When I was in the coupon industry, what are the business coaches doing and how can I make that into couponing? Now I be looking at a lot of fitness coaches and I'm like, what are these fitness coaches doing and how can I apply that as a content coach? I'm not looking at other people who work in content, or mostly there's a few business coaches that I follow. I'm not looking at them to see, oh, what are they doing? Let me do the same thing in my business. No, I'm looking at different industries. This fitness coaches that I follow, love them. But how can I apply what they're doing with their audience around fitness to my audience around content? Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen on TikTok if this makes sense. Yes in the comments on YouTube and Facebook if this makes sense. Okay. You got to be you. You got to set the trends. Don't follow the trends. Set the trends. Don't try to be trendy. You start the trend and let the people follow you. Okay. Okay. The next lesson I learned, you got to engage with your audience. If you are a business owner and you're selling a product or a service, your clients, your customers, your business is nothing without them. Engage with the people. Social media is meant to be social. Respond to your comments. Respond to your DMs. Respond to your emails. I built so much community just by answering questions and responding to comments. People feel like they know me. When they see me out, oh my God, it's you. And I forget sometimes that I am Krista Maximize. Like, I forget. And I'd be like, well, where do I know her from? Oh, no, I watch your videos. I'm like, oh, okay, because you wasn't ringing no familiar bells for me. And you wouldn't because it's a stranger from the internet, but they feel like they know me. It's that parasocial relationship kind of thing. They feel like they know me because I spent the time and engaged with my audience, okay? You got to engage with your audience, okay? It doesn't serve you to not. And you want to do it more when your audience is smaller. You want to respond a lot more as your audience is smaller, okay? Once you get bigger, you still respond. It'll be less. But right now, you should be responding to every single comment, every single DM. You should be responding to everything. The next thing I learned, go live. Live is the easiest, fastest, and best way to engage with your audience. People need to know you, like you, and trust you before they buy from you. They need to see you. They need to hear you. They need to see how you interact with others so they can know you, like you, and trust you and buy from you. Nobody's buying something if they don't like you. You are a small business. You are not Walmart. You ain't Target. You're not Marshalls. You're not Kim Kardashian. People aren't just buying stuff because you put it up there. You don't have that kind of clout yet. No one is going to KristaMaximizer.com unless I send them there. If they Google me and they watch a piece, if they go on Google and a piece of my content comes up, okay, great. Then they may explore. But no one is waking up and going to KristaMaximizer.com like people wake up and go to Amazon and look to buy something. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. If you're watching on TikTok or Instagram, tap the screen. Let me know if this makes sense. Okay? Go live, engage with your audience. Your audience is everything because your audience is going to become your clients and customers. Your clients and customers buy your products and services. That's what makes you a business. Okay? Finally, something I wish I had knew. Get help sooner than later. I talk to a lot of clients and I don't respond when they say this. I let them make their decision. But when people say, I got to get to a place to be ready to work with you, and I'm not talking about not having the money. You want to get help sooner than later. Get help when it's messy. Get help when you don't know what you're doing. Get help when you are all over the place and there's 50,000 things going on in your head. I wish I would have hired a business coach sooner. I didn't hire my business coach until I had my business for 15 months. I struggled. Now, I worked with an executive coach, but she wasn't specifically for business. So she helped me a lot with like mindset and strategy overall, but she didn't help me like with creating offers for my business and the workflow of my business and an email list for my business, the things that a business coach will grab you and be like, you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have this. Okay, you have to have those things in order for your online business to work, right? Get help sooner than later. And I am here to help you. I am hosting a free masterclass on August 24th that is sales. It's a sales masterclass. How to make more sales on social media without saying bye. I'm going to be going deep and sharing with you my top tips for selling on social media without saying bye. You should not be on your page saying bye, 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 bye. Not at all. So I'm going to teach you how to make sales without saying bye in this masterclass. It's totally free. It's happening on August 24th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To sign up, you can go to KristaMaximizer.com/masterclass and you can book your seat totally free. There's also a VIP option if you want to upgrade that is paid. With the VIP option, you get a 1-hour Zoom Q&A session with me right after the masterclass. So as soon as the class is over, we're going into Zoom. Thank you. Boo, is this you or is this Nevaeh? I wonder if it's the mama or the daughter. It's probably Nevaeh. But you get a Zoom Q&A session right after the masterclass. in a group, and then you also get a content audit, meaning I will look at your piece of content. It's Nevaeh. Hi, Nevaeh. How you doing, girl? I forgot you can read and write. I keep thinking of you as a baby. Well, thank you for your likes. I appreciate it. You also get a content audit. So that way I will look at your piece of content and I will give you feedback in a video. And then you also get a 15-minute mini session with me. So you can get on Zoom with me, just me and you, and I will answer your questions and give you clarity about your content audit. And if you want to upgrade to VIP, it's only $97. So the masterclass, totally free. You get that, the replay for 7 days. And then if you want to upgrade to VIP, it's only $97. So you can go right now to KristenMaximizer.com/masterclass, and you can book your seat in the free masterclass. I wish I would have gotten help sooner. I wish I would have sought someone who could help me get more focused sooner, because maybe I would have started selling things sooner. I think in my next live, I'm going to share with y'all how I started a $5 membership that made me 6 figures. I think that might be the next live that I do, because I started off selling something for $5, and that $5 membership grew for me, and I was able to make over $100,000 with that membership specifically, but it started off at $5. So that's probably going to be my next live, because I really want to give y'all like the backstory and understanding like how I became Kristen Maximizer and how I really was able to become a content machine, and then use that content to make sales in my business. Use my content to get brand deals. Use my content for affiliates. Use my content to make over $400,000 online. Okay. So that is how I started my YouTube channel and got monetized in 5 months. Are there any questions? Let me know in the comments if there's any questions. If there's not any questions, can you let me know, was this helpful for you? Yes or no? Was this helpful for you? Yes or no? And make sure y'all go save y'all seat in the masterclass. The masterclass is happening on August 24th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is for you if you are a business owner. This also can kind of help you if you are a content creator and you desire to be an influencer. This can also kind of help you if you want to make TikTok shop videos or Amazon affiliate videos or like to know it videos. If you want to make content and make money from your content, this masterclass will help you. There will also be Q&A time at the end of the masterclass. And then if you upgrade to VIP, you get to come on Zoom and actually have a conversation with me. Okay? So, any questions? Any questions? If you don't have any questions, let me know. Was this helpful? Yes or no? Yes, that's what I struggle with. And yes, I feel like I know you. Awesome. Yeah, trying to speak to 2 audiences at once is definitely a struggle. That's why I had to pick. That's why I had to pick. And I'm honestly happy with my pick, because the state of couponing. I mean, I just did a deal with Dollar General today, and I just did some grocery. I did a quick grocery deal with no coupons at Publix. So like I still coupon almost weekly. But I didn't feel like I wanted to keep promoting like shop, even though I was teaching people how to do it strategically. I felt like I just wanted to help women make more money, because nothing bad happens when women make more money. Only good things happen when women start a business. So, any other questions? Make sure y'all go to KristenMaximizer.com/masterclass. Is linked in my profile on Instagram and TikTok, and for you to go and save your seat in the masterclass. Okay? If you have any questions after this live, feel free to slide in my DMs at Kristen Maximizer on TikTok or Instagram. I'll be more than happy to chat it up with you. I want to thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. Your girl was a little tired, so I'm about to get off here, rest a little bit, and get myself in the bed. So thank y'all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.